Alright, so let's get the rust out of the way. So that's that. It's been a couple months, but I'm glad to be back doing this again. Um, yeah, this episode is going to be about it's a James Bond test, which I have the screen up now. I have to pick one movie or the other, which one I like more. And then at the end of doing this, it will give me a ranking of, depending on how my answers go, on how it will rank them according to my answers. So let's see how accurate this is. So let me just make sure everything is going smoothly. It's been a couple months, as many of you are aware, so this is a little rusty, so pardon me. And let's get this started. All right. So I did this a few. I didn't do the complete thing, but basically what I think it's gonna have me do, obviously right now on screen, is No Time to Die, Inspector, and I think it's gonna do the movies in reverse order. So just just give you a little bit of heads up. So let's get started. Please, and before I start, please feel free to offer your comments, thoughts, or anything, and I would greatly appreciate that. Along with liking, subscribing if you haven't already. So anything helps. So let's get started. So, No Time to Die or Spectre. Considering I went to the theater for one of these movies twice and I didn't go for the other one, and I am a big fan of one of them, I think I'm gonna go with No Time to Die. Okay, this is a little bit different than I remember, but okay. Skyfall or Quantum? Shouldn't be much of a thought. Skyfall is by many to be considered Daniel Craig's best outing as James Bond. Quantum of Solace is kind of a typical thing of a James Bond sophomore slump. So with that being said, along with Skyfall, iconic theme song, great villain, great performance by Daniel Craig and Judi Dench. I'm going with Skyfall. Casino Royale or Die Another Day. Well, this is in that time frame of James Bond for me, where I became a fan either as Die Another Day was coming out or just after. So one of these two films is technically my first Bond movie that I remember coming out. But with that in mind, the end of the Pierce Brosnan era, or the soft reboot, well, I guess reboot of James Bond, not a soft reboot, a reboot of James Bond with Casino Royale. A lot of things I like about Casino Royale, theme song, just overall a great solid start for Daniel Craig, and which has led to me believing he's probably my favorite Bond. So yeah, let's pick Casino Royale. Alright, the number 2 and number 3 Brosnan Bond films. Tomorrow Never Dies or The World Is Not Enough. Definitely the two middle ones for for Pierce Brosnan. I like aspects of both of these movies over the other certain parts. I like the villains in both films. Elliot Carver in Tomorrow Never Dies, and Renard and Electra. Spoiler alert. And The World Is Not Enough. Theme songs are you think? I think this is going to come down to plot. I do like the media aspect of Tomorrow Never Dies more versus the oil, and yes, the aspect of the oil, and the shock and awe of the end of the world is not enough. But I think I will go with Tomorrow Never Dies on this one. I don't know this. Here we go. GoldenEye or License to Kill. Pierce Brosnan's debut as Bond versus Timothy Dalton's last appearance as James Bond in License to Kill. And in there was a 6-year gap between films. License to Kill, 1989. GoldenEye, 1995. Kind of sounds familiar now. Maybe No Time to Die and Spectre. Yeah, that stunk. Just imagine if I was older and this happened again. If I was alive to remember this, which I partly was, but is 3-year-old me going to remember this? No. So this one's tough. I like both films. I think both these films are going to rank very high for me. So the question is, which one do I like more? I do like Timothy Dalton's portrayal of James Bond, but GoldenEye is iconic for a multitude of reasons. The video game, I think up to this point, probably the best debut Bond movie for any of the actors up to that point, and I can possibly say even I can make an argument this is the best debut Bond movie for any of the Bonds. But, jeez. Let me just go over some of the positives. License to Kill, Robert Davi as Fran Sanchez. The revenge plot is very, very good. I do enjoy that. Timothy Dalton's portrayal is awesome. Pierce Brosnan, like I said, I like his debut as Bond, so we'll come back to this possibly, but let's go with GoldenEye. Living Daylights or A View to a Kill. That's easy. I don't like A View to a Kill. And The Living Daylights is a film that, while I was kind of iffy on before, it's kind of growing on me. So with that in mind, The Living Daylights. Octopussy or For Your Eyes Only. I'm not a big fan of later Roger Moore films, and you're starting to see this with these two films. I'm going to say I'm going to pick For Your Eyes Only just because it is not an outstanding Bond film from what we were getting with Roger Moore, but I think it is still effective. Another revenge subplot. Villains are decent. So, yeah. While I can stand to watch For Your Eyes Only, the last two Roger Moore films I can't stand to watch, that being Octopussy and A View to a Kill. So, let's go For Your Eyes Only. Moonraker or The Spy Who Loved Me. Now, these two I think are peak Roger Moore. So, which one shall I pick? Both I think they both have a common factor. Jaws. Say what you want about the different portrayals and one versus the other. One's very effective, the other's, let's just say, not very effective. You have the whole space factor in Moonraker. That's definitely, not unique for James Bond, but they take it to a whole nother level in this one. Michael Lonsdale's portrayal of Hugo Drax, not bad. But The Spy Who Loved Me, on the other hand, is one that definitely one of my favorites growing up. I think you have an effective Jaws. This is peak Roger Moore in my opinion. The whole idea of, say what you want about Stromberg, but both these films are a little bit out there, but overall I think the more effective one is The Spy Who Loved Me. Now, the first two Roger Moore films. Man with the Golden Gun, Live and Let Die. This one's not hard either. Well, I don't know whether they're going to rank. I'm not sure, but I am a big fan of Live and Let Die as far as Kananga as the villain. Jane Seymour as Solitaire. The theme song is awesome. And at this time, I think it was just, obviously this is Roger Moore's debut as Bond. So, it was definitely a different film up to that point, and yeah, I'm gonna go pick it. Diamonds Are Forever and Her Majesty's Secret Service. Let's just keep this short and sweet and to the point on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Okay, here we go. You Only Live Twice and Thunderball. This is a hard choice. Because in You Only Live both of these have Ernest Starfelt. They both have Blofeld in them. Obviously, You Only Live Twice is the debut of actually seeing Blofeld, but Thunderball was one of my favorite ones growing up. Once I started watching them a little bit more, I like these both. So it's kind of hard to pick, but a lot of the aspects of Thunderball I like more. So let's go Thunderball. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Goldfinger or From Russia with Love? I've said before, I think the first two Bond movies, being Dr. No and From Russia with Love, are a very effective start for the James Bond franchise, but I think up to that, the third time was the charm, and they really perfected it with Goldfinger. Not saying I don't like From Russia with Love, but Goldfinger is awesome on so many levels. Okay, so now we have Dr. No and Spectre. So this is where we're going to start seeing, a mixture of the movies. So let's just say, like I said, Dr. No is a good, solid starting point for the James Bond franchise, so I'm going to pick it. Nothing fantastic, but an effective start, but very solid. No Time to Die or Dr. No? Oh, this is fun. Let's take a break and see if there's any comments. Comments? Anyone? Okay. Please feel free to offer your comments. Alright. So, No Time to Die, Dr. No. An effective start or just, I don't know, because, this is still fresh in my mind, No Time to Die. Let's go No Time to Die. Being the fact I've only seen 2 Bond movies in theaters, and I've seen No Time to Die twice, yeah, I'm a little nostalgic for it already. Die Another Day or Quantum? The sophomore slump for Daniel Craig, or the film that led to the reboot? Early 2000s film versus late 2000s film? I'll go with Die Another Day, just based on the fact this is me when I'm getting into Bond. I'm not a big fan of either of these films. Yes, do I like Daniel Craig's performance more in Quantum? More, yes. But I think overall, a lot of the other aspects, I do tend to like Die Another Day more. Skyfall, Die Another Day. Let's keep this short and simple. Again, Skyfall. Oh boy. I gotta make somebody angry. I'm gonna make somebody angry. He knows who he is, and he's gonna get a high pitch, squeaky voice. Casino Royale, in my opinion, is better than Skyfall. Please feel free to offer your comments below or to the side whenever you see this, because I know it's an unpopular opinion, but not saying Skyfall is bad, but I prefer Casino Royale more. License to Kill or The War Was Not Enough? License to Kill. Tomorrow Never Dies or License to Kill? This one's close, but I'm going to give the edge to License to Kill. I think this is... Let me think off the top of my... I had a thought that this was Pierce Brosnan's most edgy Bond, but I don't want to finalize that comment. But I see how these are kind of familiar. Similar in some ways, but I am a big fan of License to Kill, so I'm going to give it the edge there. Oh boy, this is going to be a hard one. Octopussy or View to a Kill. Can I just put some... Darn, I don't have my wallet. I was going to put some money that these two are going to be in the bottom. Well, let's just be generous. Say 3 or 4. Ah, darn. Man, I'm going to have to put some real thought into that one. Comments? Want to help? No, darn. None yet. Darn. Octopussy is slightly better than A View to a Kill. Though, the one thing I do like about A View to a Kill more than Octopussy is the villain, Christopher Walken. Yeah, that is the one aspect of A View to a Kill that I like, but... Living Daylights or Octopussy? Yeah, at this point, you know, aging Roger Moore or brand new Timothy Dalton. I'm going with Timothy Dalton. The Living Daylights or For Your Eyes Only. I'm going to give the edge to The Living Daylights. I don't dislike either of these movies. I think they're going to be very ranking similar wise. I think The Living Daylights is going to rank a little bit higher. But I could watch both of these films easily. But I do like The Living Daylights a little bit more. Moonraker or The Man with the Golden Gun. Got that. I'm gonna go with... I prefer Christopher Lee as Scaramanga as the villain in The Man with the Golden Gun. So there's a point for Man with the Golden Gun. The Bond Girls are on par, I say, so we're leaning a little bit towards The Man with the Golden Gun. Plot. Space. Cashing off of Star Wars, or a movie that's kind of the plot that's outside of Scaramanga is not that good. Or the nostalgic favorite, one of the first films I saw outside of the Pierce Brosnan movies at the time, or Moonraker. I'll go with Man with Golden Gun. Slightly. Alright, Spy Who Loved Me, Man with the Golden Gun. Well, I like, as mentioned not that long ago, while I like Christopher Lee as Scaramanga, the whole supporting, the whole cast, like whether it be the villain, the henchmen, the girls in this case, even obviously a big one that's kind of under the radar. The theme song is a lot better in The Spy Who Loved Me. The Spy Who Loved Me is obviously a better Roger Moore film. This, as I've said, this is peak Roger Moore in my opinion. The Man with the Golden Gun is his sophomore slump. So, with that in mind, The Spy Who Loved Me. Alright, let's get to using the fingers again, because... Alright, theme song, Live and Let Die. Bond performance, Spy Who Loved Me. Villain, Kananga. Bond Girls, Live and Let Die. Theme song, I don't know if I mentioned that, but yes, these are both very high in my opinion, probably my top 2 Roger Moore films, but this might be another unpopular opinion, but I do like Live and Let Die a lot. Diamonds Are Forever, You Only Live Twice. You Only Live Twice. You Only Live Twice or On Her Majesty's Secret Service. You Only Live Twice. Oh, here we go. This is interesting. Spectre from Russia with Love. I think Spectre is growing on me, but it is not to the level From Russia with Love is. From Russia with Love is a very solid film. Oh, here we go. The first From Russia with Love or Dr. No. I think I'm just going to base this on the plot. I do like From Russia with Love a little bit more. Probably well, like I said, these two are building up to Goldfinger in my opinion. And I like both these films, but I think I'm going to give the edge to From Russia with Love because of Red Grant, the Eastern European ish vibe, and introduction of Spectre, I believe. So, slight edge to From Russia with Love. No Time to Die from Russia with Love. Oh no. It would be interesting to see what happens a couple years down the road if I were to do something like this again, because as I've stated, I am high on the No Time to Die at the moment. But do I go with that because No Time to Die seems to have differing sides on, hey, it's good, hey, it's not good. But I do like it. No, let's just base this on which one I like more. No Time to Die with the slight edge. If it's an unpopular opinion, I'll listen to what you have to say, and I'm not probably going to disagree with you. But with this in mind, No Time to Die or Goldfinger. Goldfinger. Quantum or The World Is Not Enough. Being that The World Is Not Enough was the first one I saw on VHS, first James Bond movie, I'm going to give it that for that nostalgic factor. World Is Not Enough for Die Another Day. I also grew up on The World Is Not Enough video game on the Nintendo 64. So yeah, I'm going to give it a slight edge for that, and I think I do like the film a little bit more. I think it has it's a little bit under the radar film for me. So yeah, I'm going to go with World Is Not Enough again. That or Skyfall. Somebody can tune down their squeaky voice because I'm picking Skyfall in this situation. I know what a good Bond film is versus not so great one. So, Skyfall, Tomorrow Never Dies. Let's keep it simple. While that gap from the last selection to this one is closer, I still got to give the edge to Skyfall. Skyfall to License to Kill. Oh, this is... Javier Bardem and Robert Davi on par. Gritty versus Gritty. Best performance of Bond. Okay, it's just gonna get... I do like License to Kill more. Let's leave it at that. Let's see how close these two are compared to one another. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Casino Royale or License to Kill. Dun, 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 dun. I think both these films are going to be very high up on the list. I'll say both top 5. So, with that in mind, I'm a huge fan of Casino Royale, as previously mentioned. Oh, man. Casino or GoldenEye. Oh, jeez. This is fun. You should try it. Let's see if there's any comments or anything. Nope. Dun 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 dun. So, debut Pierce Brosnan. Debut Daniel Craig. while both are very effective, and these are both, I believe, directed by Martin Campbell, I believe. So obviously he knows how to do a Bond film with a new actor. Not the only factor, but has a good track record. I'm going to give the edge to GoldenEye because, yes, why I like the theme song of Casino Royale more. My favorite Bond girl is in Casino Royale. I think if you were to, outside of those, I think you have a more effective villain in GoldenEye, henchwomen, in this case, from GoldenEye. Yes, the Bond girls, I think you can definitely give the edge to Casino Royale. The Vesper Lind role by Ava Green is obviously great, one of the top. But the plot, I mean, this is hard, but I'm just going to give the slight edge to GoldenEye. View to a Kill, Moonraker. I don't like A View to a Kill. Hence, Moonraker. Moonraker or Octopussy. Yeah, I don't like Octopussy that much more than A View to a Kill, so Moonraker. This is interesting. Okay. High and Extravagant for Moonraker, or the Back to Earth Bond film, and that followed it up was For Your Eyes Only. I'll go with the leveled off, not so extravagant film, For Your Eyes Only. For Your Eyes Only, or Man with the Golden Gun. For Your Eyes Only. But the streak For Your Eyes Only ends because, while I think this one could potentially be For Your Eyes Only, some might say, I've heard some say it's their favorite Roger Moore. I think it's definitely in the top 3 for me, potentially 2. And these are the two that I think are battling for 2 and 3. So with that in mind, being that The Spy Who Loved Me is peak Roger Moore, I will give it the slight edge. But here's The Spy Who Loved Me for me. For Your Eyes Only. Very close. The Living Daylights, a film that is growing on me, or The Spy Who Loved Me, which, here, to give it a stock market term, so to speak, The Living Daylights is going up for me. Well, I think The Spy Who Loved Me is going down, so which one's higher? Debut Timothy Dalton or peak Roger Moore? Villains. Spy Who Loved Me. Girls. Spy Who Loved Me. Yeah, I think I'd say theme song. I'll even give it to Spy Who Loved Me. I can't really remember The Living Daylights, but these are close. Another one, maybe a couple years down the road, I can look at, and this may change, but right now I'm still sticking with Spy Who Loved Me. Diamonds Are Forever or Spectre. I'm going to give Spectre some love. Some more love for Spectre. I'm not big on, On Her Majesty's Secret Service is an okay film to me. I know it has definitely some fans, but I'm not quite there with it. And Spectre is growing on me, so let's leave it to that. But that streak ends with You Only Live Twice. Though this one, I think it gets differing views from, the Sean Connery era. I still enjoy it, so Dr. No, You Only Live Twice. I'll go with the solid start for a film, because I consider like the initial James Bond period, the first phase, starting with Dr. No, and it ends with You Only Live Twice. Both are very effective. They are not like the peak, I would say, of the ones that are in the middle there. But I'll go with Dr. No. Dr. No or Thunderball. I'll go with Thunderball, Largo, Spectre. The plot I do like more. The whole nuclear bomb thing. Yeah. Thunderball, I'll give the edge to. Thunderball from Rush with Love. Oh, darn. This is going to be fun. Thunderball from Rush with Love. Both very effective. I think in kind of both are very effective on either side of Goldfinger. I like the henchman more in From Rush with Love, but I like the villain more, main villain more in Thunderball. The girls are on par. Theme songs on par. I'll give the slight edge to From Rush with Love. I like Sean Connery's performance a little bit more in that one. Quantum or A View to Kill. Hey, Quantum, you're getting some love at the expense of A View to a Kill. No surprise. Though, I do like Christopher Walken more in A View to a Kill than Dominic Green in Quantum, but I like Quantum more. Just because outside of Christopher Walken, I don't like A View to a Kill. And that will hold the same for Octopussy versus Quantum. I'm picking Quantum. Quantum or Moonraker? You know, it would be interesting to... Alright, let me try and see if I can say I like Quantum more than Moonraker. Villain. Drax. Henchman. Even at the low ball that he is in this film, Jaws, I still like better. I like Craig's performance more in Quantum. This one's hard because I should probably watch Quantum more than I have lately. Let's go with Quantum. Oh, this is interesting. Quantum versus Man with the Golden Gun. Scaramanga. Better than Dominic Green. But I'm going to give the slight edge to Quantum just because, yes, while The Man with the Golden Gun was one of the first ones I've seen, and is hence, in my opinion, nostalgic, gets a little bump for that, but I do like Daniel Craig still more in this one, and it's just, this one's goofy in so many places. The Man with the Golden Gun is goofy in so many places. I'll take gritty over goofy. So, Quantum. But I will... Yeah, I definitely like Daniel Craig more than Roger Moore. Now, do I like Quantum enough to say I like it better than For Your Eyes Only? I don't think so, because this, while For Your Eyes Only is a very grounded movie, fill in the plot. Yes, I'll give For Your Eyes Only the slight edge. And yeah, I think I will continue to give it an edge over Die Another Day as well. Oh boy. Alright, this one's... I'm going to have to get the fingers out again. Villains. The World's Not Enough. Henchman. The World's Not Enough. I do like the plot more. It is nostalgic. I'm running out of fingers here. I'll give it to World Is Not Enough. When I, yes, well, might be hard to explain, justify, but just my personal opinion, I do like a lot of the aspects of The World Is Not Enough better. But I think that streak ends because I am growing on The Living Daylights, so let's take a little bit of a break. I don't know if you can see it on the screen here, but there's like a gold bar. I think I'm about 3/4 of the way done with this test. So that's how long we're at. Let's see if we have any comments. No, not quite. All right. So let's continue. The Living Daylights or Tomorrow Never Dies. Villain for Tomorrow Never Dies. The plot. Well, I like elements of Tomorrow Never Dies. The Living Daylights. I do give the edge for. This is hard. Debut, or I wouldn't say a sophomore slump for Pierce Brosnan, but doesn't compare to the high of GoldenEye for him. I'll give the edge to Timothy Dalton. I'm a big Timothy Dalton fan. I'll give that to him. Though that streak for The Living Daylights is going to end with Skyfall. I have to give Skyfall some love. Alright, here we got an interesting point, because while I don't show the most love for Skyfall, I think it's a little more of an well, both these films are extravagant in their own way and in their own time period. I'm going to give the slight edge to Skyfall. I think the main thing is I do like this movie a little bit more as far as the plot. It's iconic in its own way, and yes, and I'm not as big of a Roger Moore fan as I am Daniel Craig, and thinking about it now, I think these are the peak of both actors in a lot of ways. So I'm gonna go with the Bond I like more, Daniel Craig and Skyfall. Oh man. This is fun. Okay. The Bond film that I don't give enough credit for, but I will mention that I do think it is a good Bond film. I just don't like it as much. Or, in a slightly unpopular opinion I have, that Live and Let Die is my favorite Roger Moore movie of the Bond. While he was Bond. Ow, I just popped my back. Ow. Which one do I pick here? Let me just say, both theme songs I like a lot. Both. Alright, so theme songs I can go either or. Though I kind of lean towards Live and Let Die. Bond Patrol. Skyfall. Plot. Skyfall. Villain. Oh. Villain / henchman. Live and Let Die. More effective use of the villain / henchman if I were to combine them together. I'll give the slight edge to Live and Let Die. Heck, let's just say this right now. Jane Seymour as Solitaire breaks the tie in this situation. Barely. I can probably come back to this in an argument. Live and Let Die right now. Oh, this is fun. Live and Let Die, License to Kill. two films that I think are going to rank very high. Alright. Live and Let Die, I'll give the theme song to. Villains. Here, I'll just base it off. Alright, for this one, Live and Let Die versus License to Kill. Let's just base this off the villain. Which villain I like more? Because I like both these villains. I like Kananga, and I like Fran Sanchez. So below them, who's more effective? You got Dario Benicio del Toro for License to Kill in the, I guess, ensemble, and Live and Let Die below Kananga, effective in whether it be limited screen time or a little more screen time that some of them have. Plot, I mean, their plots. They both deal with drugs. Dang, this is tough, and I'm gonna do a coin toss, but Live and Let Die. Barely. But this would have been interesting depending on which one I pick, but I'm going to stick with Casino Royale. I could make an argument that if I were to create a Mount Rushmore of James Bond theme songs, both of these are on it. I don't know if these are my top two, but there's a strong case to be made that they might be my top two. Bond girls are up there for me. I like both the plots, though I would give a slight edge to Live and Let Die on that one. Villain, Kananga. Nostalgic factor. Casino Royale. I do like the theme song there a little bit more than Live and Let Die. I'm going to stick with Casino Royale. Oh boy. My least favorite Roger Moore film, or my least favorite Sean Connery film. Christopher Walken, you're the only his Max Zorin is the only part that I like of A View to a Kill. This Diamonds Are Forever is goofy Sean Connery. So I'm going to give some love to Christopher Walken, because he deserves it in this case. A View to a Kill. You know what? I'm going to give him some more love, because I'm not too big on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Yes, it is a better film, but I got to give Christopher Walken some love. But the love stops at Spectre. Spectre or Octopussy? Spectre. Spectre or Moonraker? Goofy or a film that's growing on me some? I think they're both middle of the road. And once again, this is going to come down of my preference in Bonds. Daniel Craig or Roger Moore. And most of the time, I'm going to be saying Daniel Craig, as I am in this case. Spectre over Moonraker. And once again, Spectre over Man with the Golden Gun. Spectre over Quantum. Well, I think the way it seems with Daniel Craig, his odd number Bond films I think are his best ones, and his even ones are not as good, but I will give the edge to Spectre, bringing back Blofeld. So yeah, Blofeld, and obviously better than Dominic Green. And I do like Daniel Craig's performance in this one. Spectre or Die Another Day. Dun 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 dun. Do I like Spectre more than Die Another Day? Sure, why not? Spectre For Your Eyes Only. This can change over time, I'm sure, but I'll go For Your Eyes Only. Leave it short and simple at that. You Only Live Twice or For Your Eyes Only? Well, I think you start seeing after, kind of with some elements of You Only Live Twice. I think these are both very grounded movies for both Sean Connery and Roger Moore. The plot, give the slight edge to You Only Live Twice. I was trying to stir up the brain for that one. Villain, Donald Pleasance as Blofeld. Here, you convinced me. You Only Live Twice or The World's Not Enough. Let's keep this You Only Live Twice train rolling. Villains, I think Pleasance still has a slight edge over Renard / Electra. But those are on par. Plot. Plot, I'll give the slight edge to You Only Live Twice on. Okay. Now, which one of these, okay, so now you got You Only Live Twice and Tomorrow Never Dies. Which one of these do I like? I'll leave this down to which performance I like better as James Bond. I do like Pierce better in this one. And Tomorrow Never Dies versus You Only Live Twice. I think it's just a film that I like a little bit more. Tomorrow Never Dies. It's just a personal preference. I'm going to go off of that. But that is up for discussion. An argument. Can't disagree with you if you say You Only Live Twice over Tomorrow Never Dies. Yeah, that's going to stop there. I do like the solid foundation that was laid for Dr. No. Take a little bit of a break real quick. See if I'm getting comments on. Okay. So I'm going to give Riley a mention. You know, I'm looking at my messenger now. Why is there a weird purple guy in the corner of the screen? Well, it's me, you know, giving my opinion on the various Bond movies, and it's not purple. Riley, you know better than anyone. This is a Penguins hat. I bought it at the Penguin game. Just something with my computer screen or something that blue looks purple. So, I don't know. It is weird, though, how purple this looks. I'm on Steam Labs, and I'm, like, looking at this. I'm like, how is this so purple? The yellow's on par. The white's on par. This is the worst example of the purple effect with my videos. But, yeah, Riley, I'm just giving my opinion on the film, so you're seeing me get my reaction to the Bond films that I'm picking, so I want you to see what I'm picking and just show my emotion or whatever it is for these selections. So back at that. Dr. No or The Living Daylights? Debut Dalton or debut Sean Connery? Like them both in these films. Plot, Dr. No. Villain, Dr. No. Iconic Bond girl. Okay, I think I'm getting the point here. Hey, lack of a James Bond theme? I can't really remember the Living Daylights one, so as far as the theme song goes. So, Dr. No. Dr. No or Peak Roger Moore? I'll give the slight edge to Dr. No. I based this off the villains, Stromberg and Dr. No. You can say they're henchmen. I like more in both cases. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Wow. That was a dumb comment there. As far as the henchmen, I mean, this is hard. Main Bond girls, Honey Rider versus Anya. Secondary Bond girls, Caroline Monroe, Naomi for The Spy Who Loved Me. So the girls are evening out. Plots. A semi, a theme song I kind of like in some ways for The Spy Who Loved Me versus a lack of a James Bond theme. Well, let's give it to Spy Who Loved Me. Spy Who Loved Me or Thunderball. I think I'm going to give the edge to Thunderball. These are both it's going to be interesting to see which one's higher. Probably going to be based on this pick that Thunderball is going to be higher. I'll justify that by saying I like Largo better as a villain. Thunderball theme song, I do like a little bit more. Tom Jones, yeah, I went there. Henchmen are on par for me. Jaws versus the whole, kind of like group of henchmen or henchwomen with Fiona Volpe. Jeez, this puts Fiona Volpe versus Naomi. Two of the some of the iconic Bond henchwomen. I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards Thunderball. Just barely. Skyfall versus Thunderball. I'll go with I'll go with Skyfall in this case. Javier Bardem as Silva. The grittiness of this film, Daniel Craig's performance I like more. M's role is very iconic in this movie. The theme songs are on fall, but I remember Adele's Skyfall when that was playing non-stop, so slightly more iconic than Tom Jones's Thunderball, so I'll give it to Skyfall. Okay, Skyfall or From Russia with Love? The previous things I hold, but what can I say I like about From Russia with Love more? Red Grant, as far as a henchman. I'll stick with Skyfall. Okay, we're right towards the end here, and this is going to become possibly my last unpopular opinion. These two films are my number 2 and 3 Daniel Craig's. And while, yes, this could change over time, I could see it happening. But I'm still on that high of No Time to Die, so I'm going to give the edge to that. Just with that high, it's iconic in some of its ways. Both the villains are great. I mean, with Rami Malek as Siphon and Silva at, Javier Bardem. Both those actors at their time of being the James Bond villain had just come off like a peak, like as far as an Oscar win. So I like Rami Malek more than Javier Bardem. This one's close. I'm sticking with No Time to Die. No Time to Die or License to Kill. And I thought this was going to get easier. I will do No Time to Die. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with No Time to Die. I like both these films. These films are both going to be up there for me. Maybe riding that high wave of No Time to Die. I can see some of the criticism for License to Kill, because there is some, it's a slightly unpopular opinion I have that I like it so much. But I will stick with No Time to Die. I might even say I like Rami Malek more than Sanchez. Live and Let Die or No Time to Die. Alright. I do enjoy both the theme songs on these. I'll add No Time to Die is probably on the Mount Rushmore as well. I like the villains both a lot. The Bond girls are on par. A lot on par in this film. I was going to say one thing I was going to give the edge to No Time to Die over, but I'm just talking myself out of it because I will pick Live and Let Die just because I want to see if I can say in the future I like No Time to Die more than Live and Let Die in the future. Yeah, I just want to see how this ages over time. So it could be very easy to say where I pick No Time to Die sometime over Live and Let Die. But right now, I'll stick with Live and Let Die over No Time to Die. Goldfinger or Live and Let Die. Yeah, this thing is not getting any easier as we're towards the end. There's just so much. You're talking about an iconic Bond film versus a personal favorite. I'm going to give the iconic one the edge. That means Goldfinger. Yes, why I like the theme song more than Live and Let Die. Goldfinger is still a solid theme song. The plot, I have to like more in Goldfinger. The solid foundation of Bond girls, villains. The villains, you have to give a slight edge on a lot of these things to Goldfinger. So I'm going to do that and say Goldfinger. Please be the last question. Please. Alright, let's get the fingers back out. Villain. Goldfinger. Theme song, Casino Royale. Let's do this playoff style. Hockey style. So we're 1-1. We want to get the 4. So theme song, Casino Royale. Villain. Bond girls. Bond girl. Which one do I give the edge on the Bond girls to? Because Ava Green's an iconic Bond girl. Honor Blackman is also a iconic Bond girl. Can the tiebreaker be Katarina Marino as Solange? Sure. So theme song and Bond Girl on a tiebreaker. Villain. Plot. I'll give it to Goldfinger. Bond performance. Connery. Well, I do find Daniel Craig very effective in this role, but he has not reached his peak. Iconic. I'll give the Goldfinger being iconic as the fourth. Thank God we're almost at the end. Thank you so much. This is hard. They both have a great plot. Villains are on par. They both have iconic Bond girls. Theme songs are very similar to me. They both have gold. They both have gold in the name and a body part. So do I pick the eye or do I pick the finger? Yeah, it's my goofy there. I gotta find one thing I like one over the other. The villains I both like. I think I like Sean Bean a little bit more. The theme song GoldenEye I like a little bit more. Here, let's just say GoldenEye. No Time to Die, Spectre. Make it simple. No Time to Die. Skyfall, Quantum, Skyfall. This screen just restarted. This just restarted itself. Let me just do this real quick. I think this just restarted itself. Like it didn't give me my results. Well, I'm sorry if that's the case. I think that is the case. This... You're kidding me. You're kidding me. So much for this dud of a video for the end result. I figured this gold bar on the end is how far you are on the test, and we were right at the end. Like, those were getting harder, so I'm sure they're trying to figure out, hey, let's see how we rank his top ones, because who care about the bottom, because that's kind of easy to figure out. Jeez, man. I'm just picking these now just to see if it works. can't get over that. Well, this was a dud. There's an interesting one. License to kill. Yeah, I'm at the point I'm just picking stuff now. Yeah, we're about 3/4 of the way. Jeez. I probably screwed this up so bad. Alright, let's leave it at this. I probably screwed this up because I figured, you know, that, hey, this gold screen at the bottom is the end. Nope. I think this thing's broken. Well, sorry. Just a little over an hour through, I guess you can kind of figure out what my favorite Bond films were. So, well, that was a dud. Can't get the final test results, the final results for my rankings, and I was looking forward to that. Alright, well, with that, I'm going to leave that there, and yeah, sorry for a little bit of, you know, rustiness here, but I'll get better with that, and I'll keep you all updated as far as updates with the channels, future videos I have coming up. I might be going away just to do a standard podcast for some of these. I'm going to try and balance that as much as I can to what you're seeing now versus just a strict like podcast. So, like I said, I can't say sorry enough for this. If you can, you know, just give a like or anything, or just give your opinions on this, on some of my selections. I'd love to have an argument with you. Try and save this video somewhat from the lack of results. So, yeah, I'm not gonna keep on venting over that. So, that's that. Have a good night, everyone.